Sorry, sir. Cash only. Cash only, sir.
What are you doing?
Just putting in some barber reps.
Okay, well, we gotta start the show.
Should we?
Yeah.
Go? Okay. Welcome to episode 5 of
Fade Masters. Welcome to the semifinals. 4 barbers will be competing today, with 2 advancing to the next round. They all have 1 win under their belt, but who can secure another one and make it to the season finale? Welcome back, barbers. It's good to see you again. I hope you're as excited as I am because it's gonna be one hell of an episode. I bet you're wondering what these mannequins are for. Cody?
So we've already seen the creative skills y'all bring to the table. So today we have an extra challenge. We have these mannequins and it's a styling challenge. And we're gonna be ranking them from best to worst, with the best getting first choice of the models and the worst getting stuck with the last pick.
After that, Cody will be in to judge. Best of luck, barbers. Miko splits their time between Vancouver and Winnipeg, where barbering has become more than just a career, it's become a fresh start. Watch their story in episode 1. How are you feeling about the second round of the competition?
I'm pretty excited. I feel like way more dialed in than the first time and way more comfortable, so.
Oh, great.
Yeah, sweet.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing today?
Yeah, well, working on a mannequin head is completely different than working on a real head of hair just because of how the hair is put in so mechanically. And this challenge, we're not allowed to cut, so it's just straight up styling. What I'm doing is what I do to my own hair. I'm currently trying to grow it out, so like growing your hair out is like all of an awkward phase, so you have to rely on heavy product to just feel normal. Mackay
runs his barbering business out of his family's garage in Surrey. When he's not on the soccer field, he's giving free haircuts on the streets and creating content online. See his story in episode 2.
I'm the only young buck left, so I gotta carry that legacy today.
Yeah. No pressure or anything. So what are you doing today?
Yeah, so unlike Nico, I'm going for something a little bit more modern and something out of the box, sticking to the modern young edge.
Cool, nice. And what does that involve today? Are you using a specific product or style?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep the sideburns a bit flared down here in the back as well, and go for something a bit flamboyant on the top and the back.
Emmy calls Vancouver Island home and has a background in hairdressing. She dreams of owning her own barbershop one day. Her journey unfolds in episode 3. Tell us a little bit about what you're trying to achieve here.
Honestly, the mannequin had a lot of texture to the hair prior to coming. So I'm just trying to kind of work with that, show it off, bring a little bit of like angle and shape to the sides and just play around with the length that I've got to work with.
Cool. Do you feel confident?
Kind of. I haven't worked on a mannequin in a really long time, so it's different than like working with a human client, but so far so good.
Yeah, a lot less chatty, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, it's good. I don't have to deal with the small talk.
John, more commonly known as Juice, is a Vancouver-based barber who volunteers his time cutting hair at the Salvation Army Belkin House. Catch his story in episode 4. What are you creating for us today?
There's not really much to work with, and I'm noticing everybody's kind of doing the same so I'm thinking of switching it up.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I was gonna go for a little more loosely distressed kind of like pomp. But yeah, I'm gonna probably switch it up.
Cool, okay. Well, yours has a lot of height. I don't think anyone else has the height that you've got right now. Great.
I might do like a mohawk pomp, I think. I like the little piece come out, but it's kind of popping. But that one could be a little bit. Ooh. All right, we have the finished mannequins here, and I want to start out by saying I'm impressed with the creativity you all showed on these different styles. They're all super unique. I'm gonna start with my least favorite to my most favorite, and my least favorite out of these 4 mannequins is this one here. Who did this one here?
I did.
You did this one?
Yeah.
Okay, Emmy. The reason that this is my least favorite one is just I find the transition from the smoothness to the texture in the back don't meet up for me, and it's just could have added a little more messiness on here, but I do really like it overall as a haircut, but compared to the next, I had to pick that one as my least favorite today. Third favorite would be this one here. Who did this one? Okay, Makai, I really like this style as well. I just feel like these 2 I'd like more, so that's my reason for you being number 3. I might as well jump into the number 1 pick here because that's the one that matters at this point. So my number 1 pick out of these 2 styles here is this one here. Who did this? Miko? Okay, good job, Miko. I really like this one. You did an amazing job. Very neat, crisp, and just very well put together overall. Juice, you're my second pick with this one. It was very close. I really enjoy this style a lot. That is your rankings. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And good luck on the competition.
Okay, so for your next challenge, you're gonna be doing a mini pompadour, and you're gonna pick which model you want based off of who won. So, Miko, it's your turn to decide.
Sweet. Do you mind if I just check out your heads of hair real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, I pick you.
And in second place, Juice, it's time for you to decide.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Scott today.
Makai, it's your turn.
I think I'll have to go with Christian today. All right. How's it going?
And it looks like Dave and Emmy are gonna be paired up.
Come have a seat.
Now that you all have your models, it's time to get cutting. Good luck, barbers. Our barbers have been using this product to style their models. Let's check out how it's made. We're at Fine Edge with Rodney, the man behind this product and this incredible space. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and Fine Edge in general?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Fine Edge Beauty and Barber Supply. We started almost 30 years ago. What we're really known for is the support and service that we're providing the industry. And it was about 10 years ago that we started making product as well. So coming into the test kitchen here, where Joseph and Matt are pouring a putty.
So do you think any of these are hardened at this point?
I don't know. Maybe you can test one of the early ones there. Matt can point out the earliest one that he poured, and you can poke your finger in there and see what's up.
It smells great. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a half-baked cake.
Okay.
Yeah. While the barbers are busy styling, let's go meet our special guest judge.
I want to introduce you all to our special guest judge tonight, Farzad Salahi. He's an inspiration for me when I was getting in the industry and a truly inspiring barber in the community. Farzad, thank you for being on the show with us.
Thanks for having me. It's been an honor. My name is Farzad Salehi. I have been cutting hair 37 years, owner of Farzad's Barbershop in Yaletown, Vancouver, BC. I started as an apprentice in Iran. I was a shampoo boy. I shampoo people's hair and wash the floor in a barbershop, and then slowly made my way up to become a barber. When I came to Canada, I was a barber, but I needed a job. So my first job was a dishwashing job in a food court. I had nothing when I arrived here. I love this country and I love this city so much because anything I have made it here. I came with nothing, I work hard, I met my wife for the very first time I get here, and I've been the luckiest guy to have her on my side.
I'm Shelly Salehi. I own and manage Farzad's Barbershop with my husband Farzad Salehi. We have had the shop since February 2006, so we're coming up on our 19-year anniversary, and it's been an amazing 19 years.
When I opened my shop, I only had a handful of clients that they followed me here. And there was no social media or there was none of this to bring clients in. These days, I pretty much only cut hair. Shelly does the rest of the work.
I come, generally keep the shop clean, sweep the floor, answer the phone, bookings, social media as well. And I get to socialize with clients all day long too. So Farzad and the shop have been featured in quite a few magazines over the years. Farzad came on the radar, I think, a lot because of his shaving. His shaving skills got known when not a lot of people were doing shaves back then.
I have taught how to shave in quite a few different countries. They usually organize the shaving class. I go there and teach them. It's not proper to judge other people's work, but there are certain rules. For example, there are lines on the side of the back. If those lines are gone too narrow, or those lines are not properly done, or if it's, for example, not blended well, or if it's got steps in it, those are obvious. Everybody could see it.
All right, barbers, we're back here, and I wanted to introduce you to a very special guest barber judge today, Farzad Salehi. He's someone that I was very inspired by when I was getting into the industry myself, and he's been cutting hair longer than I've been alive. Farzad, thank you for being on the show with us today.
It's been an honor to be here.
Thank you. We're gonna take a look at some of the cuts here, so let's get started right over here.
Nico, I see you have a great head of hair here. You're sectioning your sections and you fading the back and sides. What's your plan for this hair?
I started my career more as a traditional barber, so this is super fun to me. Instead of doing a more slick back style pompadour, I'm making it more modern with a high fade. So I'm really focusing on the blend in the back here because this is my weakest spot when I'm doing these style haircuts, so I'm putting most of my attention here and then focusing on the top blend, and then the fade, I'll just bang that out at the end.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you had first pick of all the models. Explain to us why you chose this model here.
Yeah, I chose Aaron, obviously because Aaron has a bunch of hair on the top of his head. In order to do the kind of pompadour that I want to do, I want volume to push it all back, and also in terms of biggest transformation, I think it's Aaron here, so okay. Yeah.
All right, Makai, you had the third pick of models. Can you explain to us why you chose your model here?
Between him and Dave, I really liked the side density he had, and I thought a high fade would look nice on him. Considering his long vertical bars here, they are a bit lighter, but that's gonna be no problem. And with closer inspection, the front bangs here are really short, but I'm sure I'm gonna be able to blend it back and get some nice volume there and nice flow.
Well, when you're in the shop, you never know what's walking in the door. So we face challenges like this every day. So I'm sure it's nothing new to you. Farzad, do you have anything to add to that?
I'm just impressed at how he explains these lines. I'm already impressed by how he works, so I'm looking forward to see the finished work.
I agree. Thank you, Makai. I look forward to seeing it. You didn't really have much of a choice with your model here. So is there any advantages, disadvantages to being last pick for your model here?
Yep, I didn't have a choice, but that is okay. I was looking at Dave anyway. He's got a really good head of hair, good length up top, so I think that's going to play into the pompadour style well. There's a few growth patterns, double crown, that is definitely going to come into effect when it comes to styling. So right now I'm just trying to set his hair. It really wants to grow forward, so I'm trying to help pull it back a little bit for my styling at the end.
Amy, I see you have this beautiful line around the back and sides. I just wondering what's your plan to how you're going to blend it to the top?
Yeah, so I've set this as my guideline for the moment, just to have, keep everything nice and even on each side. So from here, I'm just gonna take it up and blend it into the length up top. I've left myself a good amount of room so that I'm not trying to play with too little space.
Fantastic.
So, feeling
Looking
good.
forward to see the finished work.
Thank you.
All right, Juice, you had the second pick of your model. You want to explain to us what your thought process was while picking your model out?
It was this texture. He's got like fine hair. So I was just planning to just blow dry the out of it and give him a high fade, right? But I think I want to switch it up now because he's given me creative freedom. So I think I got to do a little more right now. I'm going to do it very extreme. Like short here probably, and then up, and then style it.
More like Psycho Pomp style.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look forward to seeing it.
Or the way I see it, it looks like you're going to do a beautiful flat top.
Yeah, exactly.
Front like a pompadour, and then do a
Yes.
square up and flat top.
Yeah.
That would look really good on it.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. All right, Farzad, so we just came back from checking out the midway point of the cuts. What are you getting from what you saw out there? Is there any thoughts on the processes that are going down?
It's beautiful to watch these young kids coming through this trade and doing their job and being here and competing against each other.
And Miko had first choice of all the models, so there's definitely going to be some advantage there. What are your thoughts on Miko's?
Well, first of all, when you work as a barber, you don't have a choice who walks into your barbershop. You have to do it. But Miko had this choice of picking up the first hair. And if Miko doesn't deliver a good pompadour out of that head of a hair, it's not going to be pleasing any of us.
I'm going to be a little disappointed, to say the least.
But I have a lot of hope, and I'm sure Miko is going to deliver that.
And from what we've seen in the past challenges that we've done before, Miko has some amazing skills, so I'm looking forward to see those shine through in this competition.
Well, when you see someone who's holding this pair of scissors the way they hold the hair, you know what you're expecting. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we have Makai, who was third choice of models. I think Makai's first intuitions on picking the model might have surprised him when he got deeper into the client's hair. He was saying that it was a little thinner, the density, once he got in there, and I think he might have a little bit more challenge than he anticipated originally.
Well, this is the thing between young barber and old barber. The young barber is planning what the lines are going to look like. That. Well, I never planned it. I just went ahead and I finished it, and it would look like something. Now, he's talented, he's going to deliver it, and I'm looking forward to see the lines on the front where he explained.
Yes.
If he doesn't deliver what he explained, I'm going to be disappointed.
He set some expectations for us, correct?
Yeah, he set it high.
So Amy got like a last pick. She didn't really get a choice in her model, but I think she kind of got a pretty good model in the end.
I actually was impressed the way she had planned it, the way she made that line around his head, and the color of the hair, and the way that she's gonna finish it. I'm looking forward to see what the end is.
Likewise. And we have Juice. Juice had second choice. I really like the styling on his mannequin. He seems to be going pretty aggressive with the creativity on it, and I like what I'm seeing. He said more of a kind of like a Psycho Pomp type of style with the aggressive fade in the back.
I actually love the way he's planning it, because that head of a hair is not much of a work you could do there, except coming up with something that he did, like a flat top. Well, if his flat top is crooked, we're not gonna like that.
No.
Flat top is the top choice, and he made it.
Yeah, and I think being the second choice, I think from me, on the outside looking in, I think he actually has one of the more challenging models potentially.
Well, he drive himself into that.
Yeah,
right?
so yeah, exactly.
We'll
so that's what makes the challenge
it's
exciting.
Come out, yeah. We'll see.
Right on, Farzad.
right, barbers, time's almost up. In 3, 2, 1, put your tools down.
Having first pick was good. I obviously picked the model with the most hair on their head. It did kind of throw me for a loop though, because when you see a lot of hair, you assume that it's like, there's a lot of hair, but underneath I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to work really hard to blend this.
The main challenge was just getting those front hairs to lay back. It's a pompadour, so we need those front hairs to be longer than the rest, and it was already so short, but ended up making it work, I think, yeah.
I definitely was fighting a little bit of maybe ego when I was the first or last to be chosen. I don't know, when I wasn't top style at the start, but you know, I just had to put that behind me and give it my all. And at the end of the day, that doesn't dictate the end. My cut is what's important, so I didn't want to psych myself out too much.
My dilemma was I kept pushing it up. I basically faded him 3 times, actually. Slowly moving it up, and I wish I actually went higher, even higher.
So do you think you're gonna win and move on to the finale?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
We'll see. I'm a bit nervous. Everyone did such a good job, but I think I could place top 2, yeah.
I would love to, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Honestly, don't know. Like everybody's haircut is they're pretty strong. Like Makai's fade is beautiful. Decent scissor work from Miko, and I don't remember the other girl's name, but she did what she had to too, so they're all really nice haircuts.
The best tip I could give to any barber is the guy on the chair matters, not other barbers. You're not cutting my hair or you're not cutting another barber's hair, you're cutting his hair. If he walks out of your shop, he's happy, that's what you want. It's all about your client. That's the only main thing I always tell young barbers. I think Miko did a fantastic job.
Oh, I'm worried my children won't recognize me when
I think I told you when you go home, they're not gonna recognize you, and your wife is gonna love it and not gonna let you cut your own hair again.
Yeah, it's amazing thing.
Overall, it's fantastic. It's hard to beat this. Miko chose a good style for him. It's a little bit of a problem. No, it's not something that is a deal breaker, but because we are so close to the head, we see the fade is not as perfect, but as soon as you step back, it's a perfect fade, and I couldn't get anything wrong with this haircut.
Super cool style. I think it fits his head shape really well. You know, there's, again, in this back area on the occipital here is a little bit,
It could have been a little more smoother.
a little more smoother. But overall, I really do like this style.
But you also have to remember, it's not difficult to buy expensive wine and be tasty. Miko had a great head of hair.
This is true. Miko did have first choice of all the models. So in theory, should have had the easiest go at this.
A little more smoother.
Yeah, I think a little bit more smooth with the blend. There's a couple spots that just need a little more work, a little more precision, especially up in here. I could see like some lines. And then I think...
A little too high.
Yeah.
This space is a little empty. If Miko stayed a little lower, this space didn't exist, and now would be 10 out of 10.
When you're comparing the best, you forget that seeing this walk out of a shop is a 10 out of 10.
I think I always said best doesn't exist. You cut somebody's hair, he loves it, you're best for him. You cut somebody else's hair, he doesn't like it, and you're not a good barber.
Yeah.
All it matters is the man in the chair, and he said he likes it.
He did, yeah.
And his kid's not gonna recognize him. Who is me to say he's good or bad?
Absolutely.
All right,
Oh, you heard it, Miko wins. Emmy had no pick in her model, and I think she did a pretty great job here. She really worked hard to get that volume and the hair pushed back. I know it was a little bit of a struggle to get it, you know, styled in that way. His hair, she was saying, really likes to go forward, so I think she did a great job accomplishing that.
Not only getting the hair up, you got the texture of the hair. It doesn't go with this style. She's done a fabulous work. and what you working with is what you don't have. A lot of hair to work on, but what she did is great. But there are still a few details that she could have done better. There is a little bit of extra thickness here. There is this dark part of the hair. It should have been a little more blended. When you walk in a room, nobody is going to see this.
No, absolutely not.
And we are standing very close by and looking at it the way we shouldn't.
Yep.
So that's why we see those, and I wish she should work on those a little more. Otherwise, fantastic.
These barbers have already completed a challenge already, so we already know their skills are good and they got what it takes. But that's why we got to go under the microscope and really pick out the this to make, because we're going for perfect. We're looking for the absolute best.
A little thickness of here. If you look at forward, you look at this particular area has got a little more thickness than this side. When you look at from forward to front, you'll see those areas, and the back is a little thick on this side and this side.
Whenever you're dealing with a part, there's always going to be some sort of imbalance, and I think she did a great job of keeping it balanced. There are a few issues, and most of them are kind of focused in this back area. I think even for the fade here, there's some spots that need to be blended out, and then once you get in the higher, the more dense areas, there definitely is some disconnections there. And I think if she knocked those couple things out, it would be almost perfect.
I tell you, I wish I could do this myself. This guy has impressed me with his fade, amazing fade. The line he was talking about when we were talking to him when he was doing the haircut, it's amazing, impressing. Top, very beautifully textures. The fade is, I wish I could do it. I don't think I could do it with my old eyes, but it's a beautiful fade, beautiful haircut, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really struggling to find any flaws with this one. And I know part of the show is really digging in and picking out some flaws. And this one is really a challenge because the fade is super blurry and buttery. But not only that, a part that actually in the previous episode Makai was on, he had a minor struggle with the blending from the scissor work into the fade. And I feel like he's absolutely nailed it, and it's super smooth.
There is also other things that all these kids, they put so much product in there that what Scott or Christian or other one would wash their hair tomorrow morning and see how they look like. But this fade is going to look good after shower, before shower.
And there's barely product in it as now. This is
going to look good, yeah.
I think if I had to pick something absolutely that could have been mildly improved on, it would have to be just this little light bit right here. Could have possibly been just smoothed a little bit to match the smoothness of the fade. I feel like it kind of gets a little bumpy in there, but other than that, it's phenomenal.
I tell you the truth, I'm not that good enough to pick up what you pick. He's done a great job.
It's an amazing
haircut. He's done a great job. I'm not going to pick on him.
Okay.
He's done a great job.
First off, I really like this style. I think he did a really good job with the fade, bringing it up higher in the back and knocking with the flat top, but still keeping a little bit of curl in the front to give that kind of pomp inspiration that we were talking about. Yeah, super smooth blend for the most part.
I think he just chose a perfect haircut for the hair he had. It's an overall choice to me. Details could be a little better, but a lot of times when we talk about details don't matter. When a guy walks in the room, you're not gonna go close to him to look at him, how is his hair?
No.
When he walks into the room, he looks so good. That haircut stands out so well on his face. I think he's done a fabulous job.
So I'll pick on details then a little bit if you're not willing to, but yeah, overall really great cut. I think the shape from the side here could have been a little smoother. There's a couple little lumpy bumpinesses if we're talking perfect execution. Again, shape of the head, I think he worked really well with what he had. I don't know what exactly if he was going for a straight level on top. If he was aiming for straight level, it's a little off kilter. Super smooth, super nice finish. Didn't miss any hairs, nothing like that.
The sides are done really well.
Super
besides
clean, nice blend. My only real issue is just, again, kind of a reoccurring pattern so far with the models we've seen is just this back area is kind of really my only real nitpicky part. If I had to be absolutely
Perfect.
under a microscope, that would
the
kind of...
technical things I didn't judge.
Yeah.
Overall, the style is fantastic.
Yeah, style is great. Just that one spot in the back. And again, I can't judge on if you wanted it center or not, because it could be a creative choice to not be. That's good. That's nice.
That's how you see it.
Yeah, that's how it's done. And it's sometimes difficult when you're going in from, that flow to that buzzed, right? And I think you did a great job keeping that wave and transitioning it into that more flat top. All right, first of all, I wanted to thank you all for coming here and joining us and entering this competition. This is the semifinals, so you have all already been through it, tested, and have really shown your skills today.
So, guys, I'm so proud of you. All of you, to me, are winners. You all done a fantastic job with what hair you got, and 4 of you are winners, and the guys on the chair are the one have to like you. It's all about the client, not other barbers.
And with all those nice words being said, unfortunately, only 2 of you can go along to the next round. And the first person going on to the next round is Mackay. Congratulations, Mackay. And the second barber going on to the final round of Fade Masters is Juice. Congratulations, brother. Nico and Emmy, very proud and grateful to have you on the show. Y'all both did amazing.
Honestly, I'm feeling a lot of relief. I'm like, oh, it's over. It's over. It feels good to be over. I'm actually pretty happy with the results. I definitely think the people who won deserve to win. Like, absolutely just like well executed haircuts.
Feeling good. My competitor though, Juice, he's very strong, lots of experience. Very good with the scissors, good with the fades. I don't see any weaknesses from him, so it's gonna be definitely a tough competition. But yeah, I'm excited. Next 2 weeks, I gotta lock in, really fine tune my skills, and hopefully I'll be able to take the W.
I'm a little bit bummed that I don't get to move on, but I mean, ultimately, I'm super grateful for this whole experience. It's brought so much inspiration and excitement for me to continue on in my barbering path and really hone in on that side of my career. And the 2 winners really deserved it. Everyone did so good, but they nailed their cuts, so I get it.
How are you feeling about the finale?
I don't know, I guess I'm excited. My opponent, Mackay, I kind of figured it'd be me and him. He had a really, really nice fade.
I think my fondest memory of this whole show is honestly every part. It's been really exciting to meet so many amazingly creative barbers in the city. And also just have a lot of fun, gentle banter with them and just learn about how they got their start in the industry and why they do what they do and what they love about it. Because, I don't know, hair is one of those things where it's kind of like a universal language and people get into it for different reasons, and it's really inspiring to just meet like-minded people who do what we do.
It was nice connecting with other barbers. They're also knowledgeable, and they've been cutting hair for so long. Some of them over 10 years, 20 years. Farzad, 34 years, I think he told me. So it was dope hearing someone with a lot of skin in the game and knowledge to give me advice on my haircut. So it was very nice. And Farzad was very sweet.
In my community back home, it's a little more separate. So just getting to see so many incredibly talented people has been super, super cool.
I had to rely on my skill today. And I feel like I practiced barbering enough that I could do any haircut.
It was sad to say goodbye to Miko and Emmy, especially after 2 great cuts. But the standards are raising as we approach the season finale. Who will become the first ever Fade Master? Join us in the next episode of Fade Masters for another exciting round of competition between barbers with amazing stories. Until then, stay out of hairy situations.